All right, now let's answer the number one question I know that you're thinking and many think. How does an email actually turn into money? All right. Now listen, I want to first start with doing a little bit of a mind adjustment. Remember, two things needed to succeed as an online entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, mind and tactics. We're going to get into tactics, but first let's talk about mind. We are trained to believe certain things and not believe certain things. There's even these things like it's too good to be true. Sounds too good to be true. These things always make me cringe because why does something have to be too good to be true? Why can't it just be true? I want you to go into this video with a great open mind. I want you to ask yourself a question right now. Seriously, take a moment and really close your eyes and ask yourself, do you have an open mind? Are you willing to listen to people? Do you trust? Do you come into a relationship open to the idea that everything you know might not be exactly right and there might be additions, subtractions, editing that could be done? What? Most people don't have that. Most people don't have the ability to listen to someone else who knows more than them and actually agree and accept. Bob Proctor once said to me, he said, the number one problem people have is they want to coach, but they want to be coached on their terms. So they want someone to help them, but they want them to help them on their terms. Now, how does that work? That doesn't work, right? You want someone to show you how to do something, you got to work on their terms. Number two, this is one of my favorite quotes. Henry Ford was once asked, and he replied and said, had I asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. Think about that for a minute. Henry Ford invented cars. And he said, had I asked people what they wanted, they would have said they want faster horses. People, the people around you, don't necessarily know what it is that you want, what it is that's right or wrong. Just because Uncle Sam says something doesn't mean it's true. Now, I'll tell you this. If I want to learn to be a doctor, I'm going to take the word of a doctor. And a doctor gives me advice, I'm going to give it credibility. But if I want to be a doctor, I'm not going to go to an entrepreneur and ask them for advice on how to become a doctor. And the same goes vice versa, right? Entrepreneurs are different animals. They're different beasts. They think different. They act different. They believe different. And you can't go to someone who doesn't have that mentality and rely upon them. So right now, I'm going to share with you how an email turns into money. I'm going to give you data and proof points. And some of them are going to sound a little bit too good to be true. And I need you to come into this with an open mind. And I need you to understand I've been doing this for 15 years. I've trained over 250,000 students. I've created multiple millionaires. And I want you to know that that only happens because those people paid attention. They believed. They had trust. They had faith. So I'm going to ask you, for a moment of an open mind, there's no reason in the world why I would want to misguide you, mislead you, but I need you to come into this and realize that when you see how good email marketing can be, when you see how amazing the value of an email address can be, you might have a moment to say, this sounds too good to be true. When you take that moment, I challenge you to push forward and continue getting the rest of the training because then you will see exactly why it is true. It's good and true. Open mind. All right? Don't ask other people around you. Ask the person in front of you who actually knows what they're doing, who has done it, who has walked the walk. I've walked the walk. And right now, I want to transition into showing you just how amazing it can be and just how valuable just one email address can be. All right, let me turn back to my computer. Let's get started. All right, and here we are. So first and foremost, I want to talk to you about how email actually turns into money. That's going to be an important concept, right? And then I'm going to do an exercise to show you just the plethora of places you can go to actually turn email into money. It's abundant. It's crazy. Last but not least, I'll give you the math. I'll show you, what an actual email address can be worth to you. So, first and foremost, look, in every business, you need some kind of what we call web presence. Now, back in the day, all right, let's talk about 10 years ago or whatever. When I was first starting 15 years ago, most people would want to build a website, right? So they called it a website. Now, this would involve a lot of technology, coders, designers, all kinds of fancy stuff, which was why I struggled so much. And you know what? At the best case scenario, you would convert, 1% of the people that came to your website, maybe 2% of the people that came to your website into customer. That meant 98% of people would leave. So early in the days, 15 years ago, I kind of saw that there was an issue with that, and I came to learn of a model that only required a web page. That's right, we could literally build an entire business with just one page. So it was a one-page business. Now, you guys, many of you may have heard what it's called. You probably heard me say, if you've been around me for a while, it's called an opt-in page. But check this out. An opt-in page can take anywhere from 40 to 60% of the people and keep them in your own autoresponder that you own. So you're only losing maybe, let's say, 50% versus 98%. And this database, you can email them every day. They're yours. You never have to pay more money. You never have to pay to get them back. And this is constant clicks to any offer you want. Versus here, the 98% are gone. You got to go back and get them to come back to your business, right? Okay, so I was sold. I wanted to try what it was like. So with an opt-in page, all you do is have a bit of a free gift. And we're actually going to, in the upcoming videos, we're going to build one of these together. Don't worry. And you're offering, so let's say this is Joe. Joe comes to your website. All right, so this is Joe. He sees this free book. He's like, yeah, I want that. So you say, go ahead, put your email address in, Joe. That's all you want. You just want an email address. Joe says, that's fine. I'm not buying anything, no credit card. I'll put my email address in just to check you out, to what we call start the relationship, right? So this is like, just kind of feeling each other out. This is like the first date. So he's willing to give you the email address. Now, when he does this, guys, two things innately happen, okay? Two things are going to happen. And just so you know, as soon as he gives you the email address, your business, as soon as you even get the first person, your business has officially started. You're officially now in business. That's all it took, right? Again, we're going to build one of these businesses together, and we're going to build it in 20 minutes or less. Now, right below this video, you're going to see 3 options. I just want to walk you through them. 3 options. Option number 1 is to go straight to a page where I have explained what we've done with one of our programs called Inbox Blueprint. If you're not a member, you're missing out. This is a program that has changed the lives of thousands of students. And here, I've got a video. You can watch the video of me actually building an entire business in 20 minutes. All right, that's option number 1 for you. Option number 2 for you is I've got a great free workshop, an income workshop in which I share a lot of notes about how to build a email business. There's a free seat for that. Pick your favorite date and time. And again, on this workshop, we do talk about Inbox Blueprint. We will build a business as well. You get to see all of that too. Option number 3 is what I call more the done for you. So if you are more in a position where you don't want to deal with all this, but you'd rather hop on a plane, fly down, see me for 5 days and my top coaches and build this entire business together. We literally look over your shoulders and build it with you. If you're down for that, awesome. All right, there should be that link. Click it, read up about it. It's not free. Read up about it. And then there's an application on the other side of the page. Fill the application out. My team will be in touch with you. All right, yes? All right, 3, 2, 1, let's get back to this. So now, Joe has come into your business. He's popped in his email address. Now what happens? Well, look, when's the last time you went to a web page? I mean, to watch this very video, you probably went to a page and filled in your first name, last name, and email, right? And as soon as you hit submit, something has to happen. Otherwise, how are you going to know that anything worked? So really, there's the email address itself has to go somewhere. So the thing that was submitted here something has to happen to it. Number 2, you've got Joe, right? But Joe's got to visually see that the page changed so that he knows something happened. And so that's why what happens is Joe is directed to what we call a thank you page. Now, 98% of marketers are directing to a simple page that says, thank you for subscribing, blah, 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 blah. All right? And that's it. You've lost out on the most important real estate that is out there. You've lost out on the most important real estate that exists. And this is really the first opportunity you have to make some money. And I'm going to share with you exactly how you do that. And you don't have to have your own product. You can literally use what we call a affiliate product. Okay, this is somebody else's offer. As soon as somebody subscribes to your email list, you can just redirect them. You can use your own specific little URL and swing direct them right to another page and start creating monetization. Now, the second thing is that actual email address needs to get saved somewhere. So we call this a autoresponder. All right. Now, if you want to check out the industry's top autoresponder, then I've got that for you as well. I'll put a link below this video. It's if for some reason the link's not there or whatever, it's called SendLane. I'm actually one of the co-founders, by far the best autoresponder in the industry, sendlane.com. So in what happens is all these email addresses start getting dumped right into this system right over here, right? And I don't care if you have thousands, millions, hundreds, whatever you have, they're all sitting here. And guess who owns it? You own this. Nobody can take it away from you. Google, Facebook, these guys can't shut you down. You own that database. And in this database, there are two more ways of making money. So that's right, there are actually 3 ways to earn money from a very simple little business here. All right, number 2 is what I call automated messages. I'm running out of room to write here, but automated messages work like this. You can log emails one time. So you literally just, let's say you've typed out all these emails, okay? I'm just going to write. And there's an infinite number. You can literally write 1,000 emails at one, I mean, you don't want to do it at one time, but over time, if you were to put these 1,000 emails in there, or 10,000 emails in there, you can tell the autoresponder, look, as soon as Joe gives me his email address, as soon as anybody gives me their email address, on day 0, send this email. On day 1, send this email. On day 2, say day 3, day 4. And it'll automate the whole process for you. So let's say you've written, I have friends who've written 100, 200 emails, and they've outlined, and so that way they're never really doing anything. They're just focusing on getting more and more Joes over to their website. All right, now this isn't really how I tend to just do 10 days, and I believe most of my money, 90% of my income comes from number 3. Ready? It is broadcasting. It's broadcasting. So honestly, right here, broadcasting, this is where we are able to get up in the morning, type out one email, all right? Type out one email and hit the send button. Hit the send button. Everybody in here, every single person in here gets that email sent to them at one time. I literally equate this strategy to printing money. There have been times where Apple has released a new product. I woke up in the morning, didn't really want to dip into my own funds to buy it. Thought, oh, you know what? I'll earn my way. I took one of my email lists. By the way, people always ask, I have 750,000 emails. I send out over 21 million emails a month, and I'm still getting just started. All right, so this is no wonder I'm making millions of dollars. Okay, so, but I was able to take one of my smaller databases, send an email to them. By like 1 p.m. that day, I had made $450. I literally was laughing in my head. I was like, oh, there we go. That can go buy my iPad. So this is how. So what's happening is the key things that you've got to be aware of that are driving this is first and foremost, of course, traffic. We're going to talk about that. Right? You got to get Joes over to your website so that they can give you their email address. So the first thing that's really driving it is that we're getting email address. Then the main thing here, there's another thing here, right, is that PDF. So there's a reason that Joe is willing to give me his email address. Then the affiliate URL here is my partnership. This is the actual product that allows me to monetize, right? And even over here, many of the times I'm promoting other people's products so that I don't have to do anything. I just get to make and people also ask, how much do you make? You make between 50 to 75% commission. I'm going to prove it to you right now. Make between 50 to 75% commission. So this is how it turns into a full-blown income. Now, again, I want to remind you, if you want more help here, if you want to learn more, you have 3 options. Number 1, I recommend you join Inbox Blueprint. You can click the link below. It'll take you to an entire letter with multiple videos on it. Watch them, absorb it. You'll even see a video that allows you to watch me build an entire business in 20 minutes or less. Number 2, you have the option of joining what we call our income workshop. Okay, it's our income workshop. For free. You could pick a date and time that fits you. Click it right now. You could be watching this very soon. And again, I'll walk you through this whole model, case studies. I'll do all kinds of stuff. We'll build a business in 20 minutes. You get to see the whole thing. Last but not least, there's our program called Learn Masters. An amazing program. We've put a lot of students through. You get to fly down and be with us for 5 days. You get a lot of one-on-one coaching. All right. And you get to build your entire business. You get to build your entire business together. We will build it with you, the entire business. So if you want that, there should be a third link below. Click that. It'll take you to a page that lets you read more about it. And at the very end, you can submit an application. All right? Okay, so now let's move into the part. I'm going to leave this here real quick. And let's see. All right, so what I'm going to do is go to a site called clickbank.com. All right, you're going to love this. Click clickbank.com. I don't make any money for this. I'm not giving an endorsement, no commission to be made. I'm literally showing you the number one website that everybody uses to do this kind of stuff, all right? So clickbank.com, and the first and foremost thing I'll do here is hit the affiliate marketplace. Right here, I'm going to hit affiliate marketplace. I'm just trying to show you the massive number. It is said that ClickBank alone has over 10,000 digital products that are available for you to promote that you can make a massive amount of commission on. So let's just go to a space that we all know, e-business and e-marketing, right? So look at this. I can earn right now 75% commission for this product that has to do with this marketplace. Paid social media jobs, I can earn 75% commission. This guy is willing, I mean, look, and this is a successful program. I'm earning $17 per sale. Whoop, I don't know how I did that, but that was helpful. All right. And so look at here, 73% for clicks to surveys, $25 per sale earned. And then one of the things I can do here is choose a different category, wherever it is. So let's say we do, I don't know, we'll do email marketing or something. And if we do email marketing, I've never looked at this, so this will be the first time I'm looking at this. There you go. You can make 50% with this product. Here's a product that's making $70 per sale, and you can earn 66%. Looks like it's a different language though, so you can do different languages as well. And then let's just check this out. So let's go back to the marketplace, and I'll go to like health and fitness, right? Let me try to zoom back out. There we go. So we go to like health and fitness, and I'll just do diet and weight loss. I know this happens to be a pretty big niche on. So let me see if I can zoom back in. Oh, look at that. That's really neat. All right. So look, get this. Just look at that. I wanted to share this with you. 93% average percentage per sale. This person will literally pay you all of their profit to help drive them customers, because they know, don't think they're doing it out of the goodness of their heart. They know that they're going to be able to make money on this in the future. That's a customer of theirs. 75%. Look at the gravity basic. This just means how popular the product is. 168 is huge. $30 earned. And you know how long it's going to take me to actually get my URL? Look, I'm going to click on promote. I already have my nickname from them. That was an application. It took me 2 minutes to fill. Hit create. Boom, I'm in business. If anybody clicks this link right here, so I have a special unique link. If anybody clicks this link, all right, there you go. I'm going to make commission if I were to buy right now, and I'll prove it to you. Look at the very bottom here. So if I were to go buy this product, you see that? It says affiliate equals the Cormo one. That was the code I had put in. I would actually make 75% of this sale. So as simple as that, guys. Now, here's the other thing. ClickBank is not the only one. So you type in something like affiliate networks into Google, and digital product affiliate networks. So it's just digital product affiliate networks, and you'll see ClickBank is one. And then I just found a Warrior Forum post. Let's go check out what Warrior Forum has to say about it. I already know some of the best ones out there, but look at all this. Guys, you have all of these. JV, Zoo, you have PaySpree, Jenny Clicks, ClickBank, Warrior Plus, eJunkie, Zaxa. You have One Network Direct, Portable. I mean, you just have so many places you can go. And ClickBank alone has said they have over 10,000 products that you can promote. This is ridiculous. The amount of potential out there, guys, is huge. And you can find a product for pretty much any niche you want, and you can be in business without having to develop your own product. All right, last but not least, I really want to go over something with you guys that is going to knock your socks off. Let's talk now about what email is actually worth. All right, let's talk about what email is actually worth. So I've built this little diagram here, this Excel file, and I want you to follow along. And in this, we're going to build it out in such a way that we can play with the numbers, and that way you can really get a chance to really see just how valuable email can be. So, for example, now, what I want to teach you to do is stop thinking in terms of the income you want to earn, because our brain doesn't register that. You know, when we say, I'm going to make $10,000 a month, I'm going to make $20,000 a month, I'm going to make $30,000 a month, our brain has a first initial reaction to come and say, yeah, right. So I want to learn to fight back against that, right? There was an old saying I remember. So I was in a bar once when I was very young, just getting started with my business, and the speakers of the event were in that bar drinking. I was completely flabbergasted. I was kind of sitting at a table nearby trying to listen in. And these guys were all very successful, and they're talking about big numbers and hundreds of thousands and millions. And one of them catches me looking at them and says, "Hey kid, come here. I recognize you from the event." I said, "Yeah." And I remember asking them, I said, how do you guys talk about such big numbers? Like, I can't even, I'm struggling to get to 10,000 a month. And one of the speakers that was like really drunk at that time, he was kind of like just leaning back and forth. And he looks over at me. He's like, "Hey, kid." And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "How do you eat an elephant?" And I was like, "What? This guy's lost it. What is he talking about?" He's like, "How do you eat an elephant?" I said, "I don't know." And he goes, "One bite at a time." So that was like a big thing for me. And so I want to share with you right here how to take bites out of this big income goal and to start thinking in terms of leads and number of email subscribers rather than thinking in terms of the income, the numbers, the money, right? So for example, what is a email address worth to you per month? All right, for easy numbers, I'm going to put $1. Yes, that means if you can build an email list of 10,000, you are capable of generating $10,000 a month. Now, it depends on what niche you're in, okay? If you're in the personal development niche, it's very hard to do that. If you're in the internet marketing niche, it's much easier to do that. If you're in the weight loss niche, it's pseudo easy. It's not that easy. Just depends on what niche you're in, okay? But we use $1 for now, just to kind of draw home the example. And then we will come back and let me erase some of this stuff here because it won't make any sense. I will come back and we'll play with this number. We'll change the number to see how it impacts the overall income. All right, now conversion. What conversion means is that, let me just show you here on Describble. So what conversion means is for like how many like people that come to my website here. Of all these people, how many are going to give me their email address? What percent? So I'll tell you a conservative number I use. If you follow my templates, my examples, and everything that I offer to you inside of our programs, I don't see how you can be below 40%. So at least if you had 100 people come to your opt-in page, I'm willing to say that at least 40 of them are going to give you their email address. All right? So let's just type in 40 here. So that's 40% conversion. That is pretty conservative. It's not crazy. I mean, it's very achievable. A lot of my pages do 50, 60%. Okay, now how many days in a month are there? Let's just say average 30, right? I know some months have 31. I'll just say 30. Now, this is called thank you page value. So what is a thank you page? All right, so right here, let's say, I'm going to use green now. I know it's starting to get kind of messy on here, but let's say, clear this arrow out, create some room for myself. All right, let's do this actually. Let's create some room. Erase this. Sorry if you hear scratching sounds. It's just me erasing. All right, let's give ourselves some room. I'm going to erase this real quick so I can just write it again. All right. Now, so let's say 100 people come to the page, right? How many get out? 40 people get out the other end, who then see this thank you page offer. So they are going to see my first affiliate offer. So let's say 1,000 people came, 400 would then see this affiliate offer. Of this, right, some people are going to buy it. Some people are going to buy it, and that's going to turn into commission for you, or for, I should say, you, right? So what is this worth to us per lead? If you just do some average math out. And what I've come to determine, just for ease of math right now, we're going to again say $1. So every time someone subscribes to you, they should potentially be worth $1 of income immediately. Now, I've also seen this number go down in recent times just because of, the niches that people are going into and everything. But my point is, I'm going to share with you how when this number goes down, even then, it's pretty crazy what you'll see. All right, so let me just get rid of all that. Okay, now let's do some math. So this is month number 1. Let's say in month number 1, you really just want to work 1 hour a day max. You want to be super part-time, okay? You got your regular life and stuff, and you don't want to intervene on that. So I'm going to ask you, can you, in 1 hour a day, can you work hard enough to just get 125 people to your website? That's it. Not to subscribe, to your website. Let me tell you something, guys. In my business, we're getting over 10,000 visitors a day sometimes. 10,000. 125 people to your website is a joke. You could do very few You could do like one strategy and get that very quickly. But it takes time to learn, so I'm just going to keep it simple. So now 125 per day times 30 days would mean that you have received 3,750 visitors to your website. But how many people out of that 3,750 gave you their email address? Well, I'm glad you asked. So we go 3,750 times 40% conversion. Okay, so that's actually shouldn't be a 1 second here. Just ignore the fact that it says dollar. Okay, so basically 1,500 people. This is going to drive me crazy, so I'm just going to go ahead and change that real quick. All right, 1,500 people gave you their email address. Now, we know that the thank you page income is $1. So that just for easy math, 1,500 times $1 means we should have generated $1,500 in income. Now, that number could go down, could go up, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to share with you how it pans out. Next thing is that we have the monthly income. So that email that came to subscribe to you, you're still going to email them, right? Every day you'll email them new offers. You're going to build that relationship using all the models and templates we give you. Plus, we have over 20,000 emails that we've already written out that are inside of Inbox Blueprint that you can get access to. So what you're going to do now is calculate the same 1,500 people times the $1 per month value. And potentially here, you could be generating $3,000 in your first month. Potentially here, you could be generating $3,000 in your first month. Now, remember, none of this is guaranteed. Guys, please note that, right? I can't guarantee you anything, but these are the kinds of numbers that are super possible and that I've seen done. I've seen done many times. So that's about $3,000 that comes out there. Now, let's say you get pumped up about that. You're excited. So you decide to double up the amount of time that you're investing every day. So you go to 250. So you say, you know what? I'm just going to get 250 visitors a day to my website. That's it. I'm just 250 visitors. Okay. So now how many visitors total have you gotten? All right. Well, let's do the math. Times 30. Then you got 7,500 visitors to your site and nothing else changes. Let's say you're still getting only 40% conversion. So let me just change that real quick here. Make that a general number. So now you've got 3,000 new subscribers that are added to your list. So 3,000 times the $1 thank you page income is now $3,000. But check this out. Your total list size for month 2 is actually 4,500. It's actually 4,500 because you still have the 1,500 subscribers from the prior month. So your thank you page income, your monthly continuity income starts to increase because now your list size is bigger. So there's a potential 4,500 right there. So if you look at just this month, you would have potentially earned $7,500. So within the first 60 days of having worked incredibly part-time, ladies and gentlemen, incredibly part-time, this is a potential that you could earn $10,500. Now let's play with some numbers, okay? Let's say you're in the personal development space. I've been seeing that each email is worth a little bit less. So let's say it's 40 cents per month. But let's say but in the personal development space, you're able to make your let me change this real quick. You're able to make your conversions a lot higher. So let's say that goes to 50% conversion. And your thank you page value is also, you're going to find lower. So let's make that 0.5. And I'll have to format the cell to show us decimal places. So now look at that. It did make an impact. It made a pretty big impact. But in the course of those 60 days, you still generated $5,813. Just think to yourself, super part-time. How many of you wouldn't be super pumped and excited about that? But can I tell you now the other side of it, like what my business does? In my business, because I have my own products, right? That's our dream, right? You're starting off as an email marketer, but the dream is to eventually have your own products. So in my business, the thank you page value of a new lead coming in is close to $3. I know. It's because I have my own products, and it's also because I have high ticket products, okay? So I teach you all of that. Look, especially if you're ready to start making your own products, you can get into Copywriting Academy, and first things first, learn how to write great copy, but I'll teach you that. Our conversion rates are probably a little bit lower because we're asking people to sign up for webinars, but man, oh man, this is where it makes a big difference. Guys, my average is anywhere from $3 to $4. So for me, the exact same example would be worth over $27,600. So where you start because you're just learning and you're new, yes, you may only be, maybe the process works at 10, 15, 20% of its capacity. But when you can learn it and master it the way I have, which, why can't you? I'm right here. I'm teaching you. I'm going to be working with you. Well, then look at what's possible as well. None of this is guaranteed, but I've given you both spectrums and I've shown you numbers that as long as you're building this the way we share with you, this is what's possible. Now, again, remember, we got a few options right below this video. I want to work more with you, and I want to make it available to you. Choose how you get to work with us. All right? Let me come back on screen, and then I really want to talk to you a little bit more about one of our programs that specifically, I want to talk to you more about that specifically. All right? Give me one sec. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that amazing? So now, the biggest breakthrough here, right, is that in our minds, we think about money as money. I want to make $1 million. I want to make 100,000. I want to make 10,000. And our brain just can't function with that. Our mind doesn't accept it. Our mind doesn't understand it. So I want you to today start thinking about leads. Just know that every email address that you get submitted into your autoresponder is worth monthly income to you. Monthly income. And the better and better and better you master what I'm about to share with you further down in this boot camp, the more money you make from those email leads. I mean, my business, every email lead is worth close to $4 a month. $4 a month. And we're talking about getting you started at 50 cents, right? So the more you learn, the more you earn. Now, I do want to offer you the ability here, if you find that this training has been powerful, if you want to do the shortcut, all right? If you want just fast implementation, fast execution, you want the mind transformation, plus you want the tactical system, but you want someone to sit over your shoulder and do it with you. One-on-one coaching. You want to spend time with me, ask me any question you want. I want to invite you for 5 days to fly down to our headquarters and work with myself and our lead coaches. But, there's a but. You gotta get over here. There's an investment involved for that. Here's the deal. There's a link right below this video, all right? And click it, all right? It'll take you to a page. Read it, answer some questions, and you'll have a chance to see if it's the right program for you or not. And then someone from my team will be in touch with you. We'll call you. If we think you're qualified, you also get a 30-minute free phone consultation. You can't lose with that, right? So anyways, long story short, I hope to see you inside that if you think it makes sense. Otherwise, keep moving forward. We're going to actually start to build the business now and show you all the different tools. And I'm also going to show you a sneak peek on the tools that I've built called Launchpad and how it's able to build every piece of what you need to build. How's that sound? Good? All right. This is Onyx Singal. I want to remind you that when life pushes you, stand straight, smile, and push it the heck back. And remember, on behalf of everybody here at Learn Nation, Learn is a transformational home for entrepreneurs. That's for you. That's what we do. We are here to support, to provide, and to be your safety zone. Tell us how we can serve you. All right? Thank you so much for making it this far. Very proud of you. Keep pushing forward. I'll see you in the next video below, or take a break, click the link below this, go check out our Learn Masters program and read about it. See if you can fly down here for 5 days and if that's the right fit for you. All right? I'll see you in the next video.